Come and find a comfortable place to sit. I'm sitting in what's called Virasana or hero's pose. I've got two blocks between my ankles and my knees are together. And I'm just gonna go ahead and come and sit down on those. And once you find your comfortable seat, let's occupy the body a little bit. So I'll give some clues about how we might do that. So regardless of how you're seated, just become aware of the tops of your feet. Without looking or without touching, can you sense the tops of your feet? So you have to bring your awareness there. Don't go there with your mind, go there with your body. Become aware of your shins. Can you imagine the length of the lower leg? Like if you had to guess, how does it feel? How long is the lower leg? Imagine that the back of the knee hollows, like there's an avocado pit behind the back of the knee. So there's a softening and a hollowing, and it's through that the plumbing of the body moves. Now become aware of the base of your hips, the bottom of your butt, and then more specifically, what might be called your sitting bones or sits bones or ischium bones, but the base of your buttocks. And you might gently rock forward and rock backward or side to side, because you want that base to be heavy and grounded. Now just take the hands to the hips, to the pelvic rim, and just the tiniest of little bits with your mitten hands, depress the hips just a little bit. And the reflective response, the reactive response, might be that the belly hollows. So as you depress the hips a little bit, the belly might hollow. And just keep the hands on the hips. Now, without efforting, can you slide the side waist up into the depth of the armpit? And in the same way that the back of the knee hollows like the avocado pit, so goes the underarm. Now, it's not a big movement. It's almost like reminding yourself to just roll the shoulders up, back, and down so that the shoulder blades naturally draw into the upper back and they slide down and away a little bit. You're not trying to change their position. You're just trying to avoid literally hiking the shoulders up. Now take the back of the left hand and float it in front of the navel, maybe just above the waistband, and take the back of the right, put it in the palm of the left, and let the thumbs gently touch. Now pretend your neck and your head are like a buoy bobbing on the ocean. And just kind of let the head, like that buoy, just kind of slide maybe side to side or up and down. Again, it's not a big movement. What you're interested in doing, besides occupying the body, is creating this sense of lightness. And then just level the chin with the floor and cast the gaze down towards the tip of the nose. If you'd like to close the eyes, terrific. The eyes can remain open, but let the gaze be soft, almost dreamy. So let's pretend we're here now, we're completely occupying our body. Now, without changing a thing, and that that's the wrong language, that instruction may initiate change, but then soften again. Become aware of your breathing. So you don't have to do anything other than observe what's currently happening. So just become aware of the breathing. Now, the softer you become and the quieter you become, the capacity of the breath may increase, but not necessarily the volume. So just be with that for a little second. Now, as if you were an explorer, become aware of the depth of your breath. And I'll just give you a couple of landmarks. Is the breath descending to the collarbones, the breastbone, the navel, or the ischium bones? You don't have to change it. You're just becoming aware of the depth of the breath naturally. So let's pretend now we're aware of the depth of the breath. Let's become aware now of its texture. Is it like that of a silk ribbon? Is it like that of a jagged edge? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it easy? Is it labored? Just become aware of the breath's texture. So let's pretend now we're aware of its texture. We know its depth. We know its texture. And for this last little inquiry, let's consider what's easier for us, the inhalation or the exhalation. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just observing what is. So imagine you're sleeping, the breath is natural, you're breathing easy. Just become aware of what's easier, the inhale or the exhale. Terrific. Thank you. So as many times as you remember during the day, bring yourself through this body scan. Whether you're practicing yoga, reading a book, washing the dishes, try to occupy your body. Feel your feet, feel your hands washing the dishes, right? Try to become aware of your body in that moment. And then equally become aware of the breathing. Now that's easiest first thing in the morning or last thing at night. But if you practice first thing in the morning and last thing at night as you're waking and sleeping, then you can bring that practice out into the day. And as things might start to become hectic or anxious, we can come back to our body, we can come back to our breath, and even if it's just for 90 seconds, it might help quiet the mind. So consider that as you move through your day. If you've got 2 blocks, have them nearby. You can put the blanket to the side. And when you're ready, we're going to move immediately into downward facing dog. So take whatever props you'd like. I'm going to put my blocks at the top of the yoga mat so they're easy to get to. Allow the hands and the feet, so moving from a flat tabletop position, allow the hands and the feet to be initially as wide as the yoga mat. And see that the feet are on parallel tracks. Now bend the knees deeply and slide the hips up and back to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you.
Let the thighs spiral in towards each other. And imagine that your lowest front ribs towards your navel, towards your pubic bone, funnel down and into the bowl of the pelvis. Knees are still bent. Find the heel of the hand, the index finger, middle finger, and pinky finger, and heavy those press points, but hollow the palm of the hand. And push into it off the floor as if you're pushing a heavy door open. And then roll the upper body weight a little bit more to the pinky side of the hand so that the shoulder blades slide away from the midline of the body and they extend out into the pinky side of the hand. You want to dome the upper back and bring your lats online as much as possible. Let the head be framed by the arms. Maybe shake the head no, shake the head yes. Now resist the urge to go forward, but lift your ischium bones taller and start to extend the legs, allowing the heels to come toward the earth, being in a fuller expression of downward facing dog. Now pigeon toe the feet even a tiny little bit more and draw up a bit more powerfully on your quads. Now, the arms and the legs are fully extended, but the elbows and knees are soft. So just be aware of not locking out those joints. Locking the joints. Now lift the chin a little bit and gaze toward the thumbs, just a little. Nice. Then come back down and sit. I'm going to sit back in Virasana. You can sit any way you like. Extend the arms towards the center of the room. Palms face each other. Interlace the fingers together. Draw the palms to the chest. Turn them to the center of the room. Stick the buttocks out. Lift the chest. And lift the arms. And now lift the chin and look up at the thumbs. The arms can be forward. They don't necessarily have to frame the head. But anchor the legs, hollow the belly, and shimmy the side waist long into the reach of the arms. Bring the arms down. Extend the arms again. Interlace the fingers together with the opposite index finger on top. Draw the palms to the chest. Turn them to the front of the room. Extend the arms without locking the elbows. Let the elbows be soft. Stick the buttocks out. Lift the chest. Lift the arms. Lift the chin. And maybe frame the head with the arms looking up at the thumbs. Breathe easy. Imagine the ribs like an accordion open in this 360-degree way and float up into the palm of the hand. Take the arms to the side. Reach the arms forward again, palms face each other. Interlace all the fingers together and turn the thumbs to the front of the room so that the elbow crease faces the ceiling. Yep. This time, put your chin towards your chest. The buttock sticks out, the chest lifts, the arms come up, and then as the arms start to come towards, or the biceps come towards the temple, come towards a back bend, lean back, and then lift the chin, and then look up at the thumbs. But the clasp is easy. Let the upper back dome, so roll the lats away, and they stream up into the thumb. Terrific. Go ahead and release. Extend the right arm forward, and without the hands, take the right arm across the body. Now, you want to project the right arm out and away from the body, not necessarily towards the chest. And then with the left elbow, just hook the right elbow. Don't necessarily take the arm towards the chest, but pretend there's something that you're trying to reach the right arm to get. So you have to let the shoulder blade glide away. You might twist a little bit, but try to keep the shoulders square towards your mat. And then go ahead and release. Extend the left arm without the hands, take the arm across the body. Right, so there's not a lot there. right? There's some, but it's not like, you're gonna pat yourself on the back. With the right elbow crease, hook the left elbow and drag the left arm across the body, not necessarily to the body. That might happen, but reach it across as if you're trying to get something with your left hand. And pause. Breathe easy. Dome the upper back. Terrific. Come back to neutral. Come off your props. Put them at the top of the mat if you're using your blocks. Make your way to all fours and then in towards downward facing dog. Continue to let the hands and the feet be on parallel tracks. If you're ready to come into a full expression of the shape, and by that I mean arms and legs fully extended, let that happen. If the knees remain bent, terrific. Just draw up more radically on the quads and gather your sitting bones. Think about the back body broadening. Lift the chin a tiny little bit so you're looking at the mat. And hollow the belly. Maybe shake the tail a little bit. Come to all fours. Yep. From all fours, extend the left leg straight back and be on the ball of the foot. Externally rotate the left thigh, put the left hand on the hip and pause in this baby triangle or baby side plank. Extend the left arm alongside the body, then turn the palm and the elbow crease to face the ceiling and take the arm overhead, bringing the bicep towards the cheek. Lift the arch of the back foot and extend from the outer left ankle through the outer left hand and almost create this one line of energy on the left side body. The palm of the right hand is hollow, the right shoulder rolls under the body, and now you roll the chest open. Let it be a little bit of purring cat, like lift the chest, stick the buttocks out as if you're the high jumper going up and over the high jump bar. Now close the chest a little bit, put the chin on the chest, swipe the arm up to the ceiling so the palm faces front, and with the back of the left hand, swipe the right kidney, hook the right hip crease, then roll the chest open again. If you've hooked the right hip crease, roll the outer right hip to now the inner left ankle so the right side waist is long. And breathe easy. Maybe turn, shake the head no, shake the head yes. Can you radically broaden the top of the right shin? The right thigh is like a column that the hips float over. Release the arm, swim it overhead, pivot on the left foot, come to all fours. That was left foot back. We're now going to do right foot back. I'm just going to change my orientation. Slide the right foot back beyond the ball of the right foot and just pause there for a tiny minute. Feel all 5 of your right toes on the floor. Roll the left buttock under the right buttock as you externally rotate the right thigh, put the right hand on the hip and pause. Yep. Broaden the left shin. Extend the arm up towards the ceiling, turn the palm to face the ear, take the arm overhead. Now from the outer right ankle to the outer right hand, create one long extension on the right side body. Roll the chest open more, you're the high jumper. You might lift the chin, look at the thumb, whatever's available for you, right? And then the arm comes down in front. That will naturally close the chest just a tiny bit. Put the chin on the chest, take the back of the hand behind the body, with the back of the right hand, swipe the left kidney, hook the left hip crease, and then immediately inhale, purring cat. Stick the buttocks out, lift the chest, lift the chin, and drop the right shoulder behind the body. Be soft, be pliable, be curious, be determined. Release the arm, swim it overhead, pivot to all fours, flip the toes of the feet, downward facing dog. Hollow the palms of the hands, push into and off the floor. Try to engage the musculature of your back body. Terrific. Come to the knees, and then come and sit again on whatever you're sitting on. Extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. Soften the left elbow. Bring the left hand behind the head. Extend the right arm up, and with the right hand, hook the left elbow and draw the elbow towards the midline of the body, but more towards the ceiling. Now just do a little angry cat and purring cat in your pelvis. So stick the buttocks out, roll the buttocks under, stick the buttocks out, roll the buttocks under, and start to lift the back of the skull into the forearms and shimmy the side waist long. You want to create space between the hip crease and the elbow crease. Nice. Change the clasp. Frame the head with the arms if it's possible. Angry cat and purring cat your buttocks. Buttocks sticks out, buttocks rolls under. Just a tiny little bit. And then shimmy. And from the hip crease to the elbow crease, lengthen. It's as if you're a caterpillar shedding its skin. Breathe easy. Nice. Release your clasp. Come forward. I'm using blocks. I'm putting them at the top of my mat. And from all fours, we're coming to downward facing dog. Lengthen the legs evenly, outseam and inseam. Lengthen the side waist into the reach of the arms and into the palm of the hand. Let the head dangle, shake the head no, shake the head yes. Pretend it's like water pouring down and into the floor. Resist the urge to go forward, but instead, lift the buttocks flesh, come up on the tippiest of tiptoes, and walk forward to a standing forward fold. Bend the knees so deeply the chest can easily drape on the thighs. And pause. From the tip of the tail to the crown of the head, let your spine be like a crescent moon. The head's dangling, there's no tension in the neck or in the jaw. Now reach back and cup your buttocks just beneath your waistband, just lightly. And see, can you feel your ischium bones? Now what you want to pretend that you're doing is you want to pretend that you're lifting the ischium bones, the sitting bones, up towards the ceiling and rolling the buttocks flesh up and over the waistband. And it's that lift that pulls the legs straight. Bring the fingers back to the block or the floor as you come into this standing forward fold. The knees are soft. So let's go through the legs. Back of the heel descends and the toes radically extend. The arches of the feet lift and you draw up evenly, outseam, inseam. The legs are like a column from which the hips float and the pelvis rolls forward. The spine takes its natural curve and just pours out of the body. Nice. Bend the knees a tiny little bit and put the heels of the hands on the rear waistband. And with the heels of the hands, pretend you can feel the tops of your thighs, the very top of the thigh bone. And what you want to do is push that down, compact the hips, push into the feet, and then stand all the way up, finally straightening the legs and the upper body. Come and stand in mountain pose. Feet are about parallel. I'm sorry, they're about hips width apart, and they're parallel. I won't go through the whole thing. We're going to do a little breathing. Spin the arms open a little bit so that the elbow crease and the palm of the hand face forward, but it's not a big move. Now let the palm of the hand be so soft that the fingers naturally curl into it. Balance your outer ears over your outer ankles. And then align the back of your head with your sacrum. And then align the bridge of your nose with your pubic bone. So that those are really broad brush instructions meant to just bring you into this vertical, centered, upright position. Now inhale the arms up halfway as if they're going through water. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Release the palms, inhale the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms together out in front of the body, up and overhead. Exhale the arms to the side. Inhale the arms up halfway as if they're going through water. Hands together in front of the chest. Release the palms, inhale the arms up and overhead, palms together, bring them to the side. Inhale halfway, hands together. Arms up and overhead, palms together, arms to the side. Terrific. Take your feet about 4 feet apart and see initially that the feet are parallel. Extend your arms parallel to the floor and see that your ankles are under your wrists. Just kind of feel that. And be almost like in this starfish pose. So roll the weight to the baby toe sides of the feet, draw it powerfully on the quads, hollow the belly, but now just look at my hands for a minute. Pretend that my fists are your ischium bones. Roll the ischium bones in towards each other. So the outcome is the buttocks flesh gathers, but it's not about clenching the buttocks flesh. It's about rolling the ischium bones in towards each other. The buttocks flesh gathers underneath the body, and that informs the spine to lengthen up. Arms parallel. Now, just a little bit, take the arms gently forward, because what you're searching for is this broad upper back. So typically we'd say, okay, take the arms back. Do that a little bit. With the arms extended parallel to the floor, take the arms back behind the ankles. What I feel in my body is my shoulder blades come together and my spine pinches. When I take the hands gently forward of the ankles, I feel my upper back broadening and my spine opening. So you get to decide how you want that to be. Yep, take the hands to the hips. Spin the left heel out. Spin on the right heel, right toes and right knee face the upper corner of your mat. Take your mitten hand to the top of the right thigh. Take your left hand to the top of the left hip. And it's as if you're trying to pour water up and over the right leg. With the right hand in the right hip crease, depress the top of the right thigh. With the left hand on the top of the left hip, roll the left hip over and project the spine out from the inseam of the left leg. Put the block on the baby toe side of the right foot as you come to triangle pose. Reposition the legs if you have to. I did. Breathe easy. Pause. Make the shape sustainable. Search for the discomfort and play with it. Turn the palm so it faces the ear. Take the arm overhead. Roll the weight more radically to the baby toe side of the left foot and radically extend the left arm away from the left hip crease. Extend the arm up towards the ceiling. Now bring the arm down in front of the body. It will naturally close the chest. Turn so the back of the palm swipes the right kidney, angry cat. Hook the right hip crease. Inhale, purring cat. Stick the buttocks out, lift the chest, lift the chin. Drop the left shoulder behind the body. Look up towards the ceiling and pretend the top of the left lung just naturally balloons up and under the left collarbone. Breathe easy, don't overdo. I have my block on its tallest level. Do what makes it, do what enables the freedom of the breath. Take the arm up. Left hand on left hip. Soften right knee. Come and stand. Feet parallel. Put the block out in front of you about 14 inches. Take the hands to the hips. The pubic bone comes in. The tailbone rolls over. Wide angle forward fold. Go as deep as you like. Try to lift the buttocks. Be a little purring cat, but don't collapse into the lower back. So you really want to try to broaden the hamstrings, broaden the top of the thigh into the bottom of the buttocks. And the pubic bone slides under the body. And you're just telling the legs that they're on line. Slide the feet a little closer together, soften the knees, take the block, come and stand. Spin the right heel out, spin on the left heel. Yep, I've got the block in my left hand. You don't have to do that. Extend the arms parallel to the floor. The outer right hip rolls over the inner left hip, and the left thigh cuts underneath the body as you come towards triangle pose. Kick the right heel back a little bit more. Extend the arm up towards the ceiling. Turn the palm and the elbow crease to face the ear. Take the arm overhead. Try to create one continuous line from the center of the right thigh through the center of the right arm. Now take the arm down in front of the body a little bit. It will naturally close the chest and bring you into this angry cat. Turn the palm, swing it, the arm, and then take it behind the body, hook the hip crease or the kidney, whatever you like, and then roll the chest open. Left shoulder rolls under right, chest and chin lift, right shoulder drops behind, and now the right lung naturally is consuming the space that you've created in the upper right-hand side of your body. It's natural. And you're breathing easy. Release the arm, take it back up towards the sky. Right hand to right hip. Soften left knee. Come and stand. Hands to hips. Spill forward. Wide angle forward fold. Maybe you're deeper this time, maybe not. Maybe you rock side to side a little bit. Bending and straightening the legs. Allow it to be a little more organic, a little more natural. I'm sliding side to side. You might as well. Pause in the center. Shuffle the feet together a little bit. It'll help you stand. Soften the knees. Come and stand. Yep, the feet are still about 4 feet apart. Kick the left heel out. Spin on the right heel. I'm using the block in my right hand. You might not. But pretend you're going to triangle pose. Left hip rolls up and over right hip. Right thigh cuts under the body. So you're reaching up and over as if you're trying to put a box on a shelf. When you can't reach anymore, then you bend the right knee, and the right shin and the right forearm become parallel. They support each other. The baby toe side of the left foot goes down and back. The heel of the right foot goes down and forward. The arm comes up, the palm turns towards the head. The arm comes overhead. Search for the center of the left thigh, the center of the left arm, and create one continuous line. Imagine that left arm and right leg are connected. And pause. Let the hand come down, the arm, I'm sorry. It closes the chest, chin to chest. Turn the palm so it faces the back body. Hook the hip crease, roll the chest back open. Drop the top of the right thigh down more deeply so the right leg might come toward a 90-degree angle. The sitting bones gather, it projects the spine long. Turn the arm, just bring it back towards the left heel. Lift the upper body, come and stand. Yep. Turn the right foot out. Spin on the left heel. My block's in my left hand, my arms are parallel. Outer right hip rolls up and over. Left hip cuts under. When I can't reach my left side body any further, as if I'm going to triangle, I bend the left knee, put the block on the baby toe side of the foot, and I pause. I breathe easy. I check the texture of my ribs. Now, like I said before, the sitting bones gather and they roll up and into the belly. That will help extend your spine. The arm extends, the palm faces the head, the arm comes overhead, and now you're searching for the center of the right leg, the center of the right arm, and you're just trying to create one line, one angle as you come towards this extended side angle. Pause, breathe easy. The whole arm comes down in front of the body. It closes the chest. You turn the palm so it faces the back towards yourself, and then swim the arm behind the body, maybe hook the hip crease, not so much on this side for me. Drop the right shoulder behind, lift the chest more, and let the lung consume the upper ribs. Release the clasp, extend the arm back, push into and off of the left heel as you lift the upper body. Feet become parallel. Right? Pause. With your hands, create a triangle. Put the thumbs at the navel, the index fingers just beneath the navel. And then you want to pretend that your hands are like an ice cream scooper. So you're scooping your pelvic belly in and up, and at the same time, your lower buttocks flesh is rolling up and over. Thumbs at navel, index finger at pubic bone, scoop the belly, spill forward, wide angle forward fold, any depth you like. Be there initially with the legs fully extended. If you're perched up on your finger pads, let the elbows be soft. Slide side to side a little bit. Fast, medium, or slow, it doesn't matter. Imagine, pretend, visualize the body as a fire hose, and you're opening the body to allow its infrastructure to flow as designed. Can you feel a floating nature in the belly and in the hips? Pause in the center. Shuffle the feet in a tiny little bit, soften the knees a tiny little bit, and then come and rise. Put the block to the side. Warrior two. Take the feet hips width apart. Spin the left heel back. Pivot on the right heel. Now put the left hand on the left hip the way I've got mine. So you want to push this left hip down. Now extend the arms parallel to the floor and see how the spine is at 90 degrees or it's perpendicular to the floor. You want to try to allow the right shins to slide forward as the inseam of the left leg pushes back. In this way, the torso, like a barrel, just sits down on the pedestal of the hips. Warrior two. Slide the right shins forward and the baby toe side of the left foot back. Be buoyant in the upper body. Let the arms float a little bit. Take the hands gently forward of the ankles so that the upper back domes and your lats come online. Gaze out over the right middle finger. So the thumbs are forward of the plane of the body. Hands to hips, come and stand. Make the feet parallel. Skip them together. Tadasana for just a second. Put the hands on the hips. Feel the spine centered between the inseam of the leg. Feel the crown of the head balanced over the perineum. From your waistband to the tops of your shoulders, you want to recreate that in Warrior Two. Take the feet 4 feet apart. Kick the right heel out. Spin on the left heel. Left toes and left knee face the upper corner. Arms parallel to the floor. Take the thumbs gently forward of the forward plane of the body. Slide the left shins forward. Yes. Now gather the sitting bones and radically hammer the baby toe side of the right foot to the earth. And be buoyant, right? Don't be so low that it's suffering. You're a warrior. Gaze out over the left middle finger as if you're in search for the beloved. Your heart blossoms. Your lungs inflate. And the mind is still. Hands to the hips, rise. Feet parallel, dive. Wide angle forward fold. Now, if the head is getting close to the floor, use a blanket or a block. Bring the head to the floor if you like. If that's possible, with the hands, cup the Achilles. Roll the ischium bones up and over the waistband. Let the upper body, like a pendulum, swing towards the legs. The capacity of the breath may be increasing, but not necessarily the volume. Slide the fingers forward, lengthen the spine. Extended wide angle forward fold. Shuffle the feet together. Heels of the hands to the rear waistband. Rise. Triangle, extended side angle, Warrior Two, half moon. Here it goes. Step the feet 4 feet apart. Kick the left heel out. Spin on the right heel. Put the block, if you've got one, in your right hand. Start to pretend you're coming to triangle, but don't go deep. Start to bend the right knee. Pretend you're going to extended side angle, but don't go deep. Now reach the block forward of the right foot about 14 inches. Look at the screen for a second. Reach the block forward of the right foot on the baby toe side of the right foot. Now keep your upper body low. Slide the right ribs over the right thigh. Slide the block forward. Lift the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Extend the left arm. Half moon. So the right arm and the right leg are like a pedestal that float the hips and the spine. Left hand to left hip, bend the right knee, land back down. Look at the screen. Try to land like this. Not try, try is the wrong word, but just become aware of that. Terrific. Left hand, left hip, come and rise. Try it on the other side. Left toes and left knee face the top of the mat. Right heel kicks back. Baby triangle, not a wide stance. Right hand on right hip, extend left arm. Reach to lengthen side waist. Bend the left knee as if you're going to a side angle, but not too much. Reach, put the block on the baby toe side of the left foot. maybe 14 inches forward. Simultaneously, right heel and left hand slide forward. You lift right leg, straighten left leg, and extend right arm. Left arm and left leg become these pedestals that the spine and the hips float up and off of. Be more aware of the back leg lifting that pulls the left leg long. Now bend the left knee, keep the right leg high, and then fall back to this shape. Yep. Right hand on right hip, push the left heel down and forward, come and rise. Center yourself on the mat, spill forward, wide angle forward fold. Perch up on your finger pads, slide left and right a little bit. As you slide to the right, look out and over the right knee. As you slide to the left, look out and over the left knee. Slide forward and backward just a little bit. Pause. Come and stand. We'll put it all together. We'll move left side, right side. Weave it together. Move as quick as you want or as slow as you want. Triangle, extended side angle, warrior two, half moon. Be patient. Feet about 4 feet apart. Heels spin out. Right toes turn. Arms parallel. Triangle pose. Just touch it. Kick the left heel back, bend the right knee. Extended side angle. Arm overhead, create one length, left side body. Push the right heel down and forward, left heel down and back. Lift the upper body, arms parallel to the floor. Virabhadrasana 2. Left hand to left hip, right hand to the block. Slide the left heel forward, the right hand forward. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Extend the arm if you like. Bend the right knee, land the left foot, triangle pose. Lift the upper body. Pause. Right heel out, spin on left heel. Arms parallel. Triangle pose. Just a touch of it. Bend the left knee. Extended side angle, arm overhead. Left heel down and forward, right heel down and back. Upper body buoyant. Warrior two, be buoyant. Right hand to right hip. Reach the left ribs over the left thigh. Slide the left block forward. Slide the right heel forward. Half moon. It's the lift of the back leg. Bend the knee, land the foot, fold forward, wide angle forward fold. Put the head on a block or a blanket or not, but pause. Let the head be lower than the heart any way you can. Breathe easy, soften the knees, but gather the sitting bones. Nice. Slide the fingers forward, lengthen the spine, chest and chin lift. Come down to the mat. I'm gonna sit on a blanket. You can if you want. We're gonna take a seated wide angle forward fold. If you got blocks, put them out in front of you. If not, just pitch up on your finger pads. The legs are extended away from each other into a 120-degree angle. Slightly wider than the open face postures we were just taking. The thighs spiral away from each other so that the toes and the knees face the ceiling. With either your fingers pitched up on the floor or your hands on the blocks, push down into the blocks and slide your chest forward a little bit and rock side to side. The back of the knees suction cup to the floor. And as you push down into the blocks, you're imagining that you're like an Olympic gymnast and you could lift your butt and your legs off the floor. So tuck the tail, hollow the belly, chin to chest, heavy the hands on the block or the floor, and you're trying to lift yourself up and off the floor. The outcome of that is your spine lengthening. And then just pause in the center and now become upright. Take the block if you're using it, putting on the inseam of the left leg at any height, low, medium, or high, or you can use the shin if you don't have a block. Take the mitten hand and put it in the right hip crease. Take the left arm and extend it up towards the ceiling. So the right hand pushes down, the left arm reaches up. And you're trying to lengthen your left side ribs up and over the left thigh. Slide to the left. Reach, don't go down, but reach, like there's something next to you that you have to have. Reach, and then bring the forearm to the block or the shin, left hand to left foot. The right hand depresses the right thigh, and it streams the right leg out of the body. Push the left elbow down more, and take your right hand to your right side chest and lift it and roll it open. Now lift the chin. Now extend the arm. And you want to create one extraordinary length from right arm through right leg as you keep trying to the best of your ability to lengthen left side waist. It's going to be shorter, no doubt. Consider this. Can you broaden your left rear rib? And can you breathe more fully into your left rear lung? Lift the upper body. Pause. Bring the blocks back in front of you. Push the hands down. Be the gymnast. Pretend you're going to lift the legs up. Let the shoulders hike up a little bit. Slide side to side a little bit. Find buoyancy. Yep. Take the block, put it on the inseam of the right leg, any height. Left mitten hand and left hip crease. Right arm to the ceiling. Pause. Both side waists are even. The chest, the torso is like a 55-gallon drum. And it's even. Front body, back body, side body. There's no differentiating it. And it's floating. From there, dive up and over the right leg. Pause. Don't go too deep, but reach, reach, reach. And when you can't reach anymore, right forearm to block, right hand to foot, and pause. Be patient. Left hand to left chest. Lift the chest, roll the chest. Lift the chin. Slide the left arm long. Lengthen left leg, left side waist, left arm, and try to drag the right side waist longer. Become aware of the right rear rib, flare it. Become aware of the right rear lung, blossom it. Oh, so sweet. Lift the upper body. Pause in the center. Now, if you've got blocks, we'll use them. If you don't, you'll interlace your fingers behind your head. It'll look like this. Right? Either way, it's the same thing. I just happen to have blocks. Right? So you're either going to interlace your fingers behind your head with the elbows facing forward and framing the eyes like a blinder, or you're just going to take the block and put it behind your head. Yep. Bring the elbows together. This is one of the first shapes you took. You were just cupping elbows. Now, take the top of the thigh bone and drop it down. Take the ischium bones, roll them in towards each other, and gather the buttocks flesh up into the midline of the body.
Reach the elbow tips from the hip crease. Spiral the thighs away from each other. Depress the pubic bone under the body. Roll the buttocks flesh over the waistband and dive forward into your wide angle forward fold. If you've got the block, bring it under your forehead. Forearms on the earth. Come as deep as your body will allow. Don't force it. The legs are on line. And we're just going to pause here for a couple, 2, 3 breaths. Draw up a little bit more on the quads. Don't let the legs go to sleep. If the head's on the block, let the block get heavy. If not, you might just perch up on your elbows. If not, you might just pitch the fingers forward. Right? Accommodate the body. Find a place that feels like home. Lean back. Fingers behind the hips. Bring the bottoms of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Keep the fingers behind the hips and slide the buttocks forward a little bit and just rock side to side. Yep. Rock side to side so much that the knees start to touch the floor. The next time the right knee comes to the floor, step on the left knee. Step in the left heel. So the left knee faces the ceiling, the right knee is on the floor, and you're just sitting upright with the left elbow on the left knee. Soften the groin, soften the belly. Rock to the other side, left knee to the floor, right knee to the ceiling, right elbow on right knee. And pause. Roll back to center. Right shin in front of left. Perch up on your finger pads, parallel to the shins. Rock side to side. Change the cross. Left shin in front of right. Whoops. Perch up on your finger pads, rock side to side. Pause. Come back to center. And come and sit any way you like. I'm going to sit in Virasana. You sit any way you like. Take the back of the left hand, float it in front of the navel. Take the back of the right hand, put it in the left palm, the thumbs naturally touch, and pause. Without looking or touching, become aware of the tops of your feet. Imagine behind your knees there is an avocado pit, and the back of the knee is deep and hollow. Become aware of your sitting bones. Gently rock forward and backward, left to right to anchor them to the earth. And then the tiniest of little bits, gather them together and direct the bottom of the buttocks up into the body. Tiny little bit. As the legs coil under the body, like a platform, imagine the tip of the tail descends into and through the earth, and the spine, like a slinky, naturally extends up to and through the roof of the mouth. The shoulders gently roll up, back, and down, and the breastbone and the collarbones float on the helium of the lungs. The chin's level with the floor, and the roof of the mouth lifts into the crown of the head. And it's as if you're suspended in space. Without changing a thing, become aware of your breathing. And follow it. Lean back a little bit, rolling your buttocks underneath your body. Let the elbows come gently forward of the front plane of the body. It's unnoticeable. Let the elbows remain heavy as you float the hands together in front of the heart. Put the chin on the chest and direct your gaze down towards your heart center, just to the right of the beating heart. And imagine, pretend, visualize that heart center, that sacred heart, now illuminated, reflects off the back body and projects out into the universe. And so maybe we become an example of love, empathy, and compassion. Maybe. Ladies, thank you so much for allowing me the absolute honor and privilege of participating in your practice. Thank you for inviting me into your home, and you're always welcome in ours. Thank you again, and namaste. I look forward to the next time we see each other in person. Have a great afternoon.